Let's discuss. Sometimes the headlines hit harder than the gossip. CEO Andy Byron caught cheating with an HR rep at a Coldplay concert. Yeah, a Coldplay concert. Out in the open, out in public, no shame, no cover, just blatant betrayal. We're talking about a man in leadership, someone people trusted to represent integrity, discipline, and vision. Yet what was done in the dark found a spotlight, literally under the flashing lights of a concert stage. But let's not act brand new. This isn't just about Andy. This is about a bigger issue: accountability and character. The Bible's not silent on this. Proverbs 6 verse 32 says, "He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself." Think about that. Destroys himself. Not just his marriage, not just his company, but himself. Adultery isn't just a personal failure. It's a spiritual earthquake. And when you're in a position of leadership, the aftershocks ripple into families, boardrooms, and break rooms. Also, let's not forget the HR rep. See, when we normalize disobedience in private, we end up compromising in public. Whether it's an affair or unethical business moves, what you sow in secret will grow in open. Luke 12, verses 2 and 3 says, "There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known." God doesn't need TMZ. God doesn't need screenshots. God sees the heart. But here's where grace shows up. Jesus didn't come to condemn. He came to call people to repentance. So even in a scandal, there's still a door. It's narrow, but it's open. Repentance doesn't erase the consequences, but it does restore the soul. That's the hope. So Andy Byron, if you ever hear this, please understand, the crowd at Coldplay may have seen you fall, but the cross is where God can raise you again. But you gotta turn, you gotta confess, and you gotta face the wreckage and let God rebuild what pride tried to manage in secret. And to anyone else listening who's playing with temptation, ask yourself, is the fantasy worth the fallout? Because Coldplay might sing about paradise, but real paradise comes when you walk in truth.